Hello and welcome to Penn. My name is Corey Colleen and I'm the Executive Director of the Weitzman School's Kleinman Center for Energy Policy. And I am here to tell you a little about the work that we do at the center and the different ways that students can get involved. But before I start, I first just want to make clear that I am not the only face of the center. There is a large team of dedicated people who are responsible for making the center as successful as it is. And that starts with our faculty director, Mark. He leads the center and generally makes sure that we are all having a good time. Angela and Oscar oversee our research agenda and how that research agenda engages with people. So from faculty to students to our visiting scholars program. Lindsay and Molly run our communications work. Andy is in charge of our Energy Policy Now podcast. And last but not least, Bill and Kim are responsible for keeping the lights on and getting the bills paid and making sure that every single thing that we do runs as smoothly as it does. So this is all to say that there is a big team of people behind all of the programming that we offer who are ready to welcome you to Penn and to the Kleinman Center. Second, I just want to mention our mission statement because that's very important. So our mission is to create the conditions for policy innovation that support a just and efficient transition to sustainable energy. So that's really what drives our own internal research agenda and the faculty and the students that we engage with and the policymakers that we are ultimately trying to inform with our research. There are so many different ways that students can be involved with what we do at the center, from general programming to things that are more specific to the student experience. So I'll start briefly with some general programming. We bring visiting scholars to campus each year for residencies, as I just mentioned, and we provide opportunities for students and for faculty to meet with academics from other universities during their time at Penn. These visiting scholars, along with other invitees that we welcome over the course of the year, contribute to our public lecture series that's open to the public, but it's really well attended by students. Last year, our lectures ranged in topics from things like putting a price on carbon to the challenges of electrification to policy options that better support innovative carbon capture and sequestration technology. There is additionally an energy economics and finance seminar that we host, which is a joint initiative between the center and Wharton professor Arthur Van Bentham. That invites academics to present papers and working models for discussion. We also offer an undergraduate seminar, which graduate students can gain permission to sit in on climate and energy policy, showcasing the work of Penn faculty and our postdocs and our PhD candidates. But perhaps most relevant to students are our student grants program, our fellowship program, our research assistantships, and our certificate program. There really is so much great information on our website, which is kleinmanenergy.upenn.edu, that I won't go into a ton of exhaustive detail here, but I just want to at least be able to give you a brief overview. So I'll start with our student grants program. Any enrolled Penn student can apply for funding directly from the center. We have funded student participation in everything from energy case competitions to research projects to conference travel to unpaid internships at nonprofit organizations and government agencies, and finally student group trips to places that have included our local PJM bunker. The application deadline for our student grants program happened 4 times throughout the course of the academic year, so 2 in the fall semester and 2 in the spring semester. And it's a pretty easy application process through our website. In all, we have funded over 200 individual student and student groups over the last 5 years since the Kleinman Center was founded. And that total support has been hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's also worth noting that PhD students are also eligible to apply for research dollars through our faculty grants program with a call that happens once annually. In addition, we negotiate fellowships that are available only to Penn students. These are obviously pretty competitive, mostly because the opportunities are so exciting, like our Kleinman B-Roll Fellowship, which sends one Penn student to Paris, France each summer to work at the International Energy Agency. And at the same time that we're funding these activities and sending students off campus, the center regularly hires research assistants to work directly with us on research projects that frequently culminate in what we call policy digests. These are 5 to 7 page briefs that are meant to inform relevant policy issues And one of the ways that we provide value to faculty and students is making sure that these publications get into the hands of decision makers who can use them. So for example, Mark's recent policy digest on Philadelphia, our refinery explosion here, and that policy digest explored the bankruptcy proceedings and made a case for pricing environmental externalities. And we sent that to local and state policymakers who were making decisions that impacted the future of the site. If you're interested, I highly recommend signing up for our newsletter, which is where we'll alert you to all of these opportunities. Last, I'll quickly mention our 5-course certificate program, which you can apply to at any point during your time at Penn. There are deadlines in both the fall and the spring. The certificate can be added on to any professional or research master's program or any PhD degree at the university, and is structured around one required course, our Introduction to Energy Management and Policy class, which is taught in the fall, one foundational methodology class, which the student can choose from a pre-selected list, and then 3 courses that are organized in tracks. And the tracks are Energy Markets, Risk and Finance, Regional Energy Planning, and Energy Law and Policy. So we've been running the certificate for a few years now and have watched graduates move into the energy space and jobs ranging from natural resource divisions of large investment companies to solar startups. So if you're interested, I recommend checking out our website for more information about the fall and spring deadlines. I think that about wraps up the obvious ways that students can be involved in the center. I'm always available to answer more questions, and like I said, there's a host of people at the center who are ready to help you in any way that they can. So welcome to Penn, and good luck.